Once you figure this all out, you need to select an investment advisor. To do that, you need to get referrals. You need to make calls. You need to check references. When you do that, meet that person face to face. Ask questions. Check your comfort level with their professional credentials and their affiliations. Make sure you're comfortable with what they sell. Make sure they have clients in your same tax bracket. Make sure they know your preferences on how to communicate and how often. Make sure they know your attitude towards risk, and make sure you know how much it's going to cost and how it's going to be paid. You can call St. Louis Community Credit Union for that. We'll hook you up with St. Louis Community Financial Services, and we'll make an appointment for you. Now let's go over your checklist. Let's see if you're ready. Are your finances in order? Do you pay your bills on time? Do you have an emergency fund? Have you budgeted for your short-term goals? Are you setting goals for your long-term investing? Do you know your attitude towards risk? Have you identified investment products that are right for you? Are you going to plan to invest small amounts of money regularly? Are you going to participate in your employer's retirement savings plan? Are you going to diversify your portfolio and know how to do that? Do you know common investment mistakes, and do you know where to go for help? If you can say yes to all of this, you're ready to invest. Anybody got a question? Sure, go ahead.
Can you tell me what is the difference between taxable, tax deferred, and tax exempt investments?
Sure. First off, understand that all three come into play with your retirement plans. You can have taxable, which means after-tax money. So if you make $30,000 a year and then you invest $2,000, you still get taxed as your income being $30,000 for that year. If you have tax-deferred investments, what you do is you make $30,000 a year again. If you invest $2,000, let's say, into your traditional IRA, your taxable income becomes $28,000, and that $2,000 you get taxed on it later on when you retire or start to draw that money, so they defer the taxes on that. Tax exempt is like a municipal bond or a government bond, and you can invest money in those without paying any taxes on your money at all. You got the next question over here.
Yes. Why are bonds less riskier than stock?
You have to think about it like this. It's a company. So with a bond, you're lending money to a company. Let's say that company gets in trouble and they have to close the doors. When they break down the company, they split up the assets. The first people that get paid off out of their assets are the people that they have loans to, real loans that they sign notes to. So those people would get the first money that they have when they sell the company off. The next line, the next person in line in that food chain would be the bondholders, because again, that's money you're lending to a company. So the bondholders get what's left over, and then if there's anything left after that, then they pay the stockholders. Usually there's not that much money left over. I think you had a question over here?
Yes. What is the difference in a Roth IRA and traditional IRA?
A Roth IRA, first off, let me tell you this. They're both retirement accounts, okay? A Roth IRA is money after your taxes. So if you make $30,000 in a year and you put $2,000 into a Roth IRA, you're still taxed that year for $30,000. So it doesn't defer any of your taxes. You get taxed at that same amount of money you made. But understand, when you put the money into a Roth IRA, your investment grows tax-free, because when you withdraw the money after you retire, you won't be taxed on it. Now, a traditional IRA is tax deferred, which means when you invest your money, let's say it's $2,000 again, you make $30,000 in the year, you put $2,000 into your IRA, your taxable income for that year is only $28,000. But when you retire and you start to draw that money out of that IRA, you're going to be taxed on it at that time. The reason you do that is a lot of people think that when they retire, they're going to be at a lower tax bracket than they're at right now. So it makes sense to defer the taxes until that point in life. You've got a question over here?
Yes. What CD terms does St. Louis Community offer?
We have CDs for as little as 3 months all the way up to 5 years.
And how much does it require to open one?
$300. I don't know anybody else that'll allow you to open a CD for as little as $300. I also recommend on that if you have $5,000, you don't just open one CD for $5,000, you ladder them. Maybe do $1,000 for 1 year, maybe a $2,000 for 2 years, and a $2,000 for 3 years. Thank you all for joining me today. And remember, you've got to make a plan before you make an investment.